Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounded. Let me know how we sounded. We're sounding good. My bad for the little late reply, y'all. It's having a little bit of technical difficulties. But we're here now, and we have not missed anything. This is the game plan. We're going to be looking at possible GN buys as well as possible EU sells. We can also see possible gold sells. The gold's got a little bit of work to do. We're just probably just looking at these two right here. Gold's got a little bit of work to do, but we can still see sells on gold. We can talk about that really quick. Right, did a little quick move at 1 a.m. So if gold can retrace and continue to hold 2692 as resistance, we could look for sales going down to 2672 and possibly back down to as low as 2653. That's what we're going to be looking at for gold. But like I said, it's got a little bit of work to do. I do like how EU's looking. I want to see how this candlestick closes. I want to see it close underneath this level here. I want to see it close underneath this level. If we can hold 765 as resistance, we can look for sales going to 735 and possibly back down to 705. That's the game plan for today, y'all. Now, as far as news today, we got 8:30 Canadian news, and that's it for as far as high impact news. We had a few news events yesterday. Went live with the members during the 2 o'clock FOMC news event. Broke down some good stuff, answered some questions. We had a bunch of news going on earlier yesterday as well. But it didn't really affect the markets too much besides reversals and consolidation and ranging. You get what I'm saying? But it is the first week of the month, so that's usually how it goes, the first and last week of the month. So we're about to see if we can hold this low as resistance here. I do like how this is looking. Again, we was going to be looking for sales yesterday, but price ended up retracing, canceling half the drop it did the day previously. But we can see here that it continue to hold this low as resistance, and now we're about to see if it can hold this next low as resistance. And if it can, we can see a nice lower low coming to play today. So that's what we're going to be looking for right here. That's what we're going to be looking for right here. Make sure to like the live, y'all. And y'all already know the drill. You guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. But again, we're going to see a lot of consolidations been taking place. And, you know, price is consolidating. That means it's stuck ranging in the same price point for hours. And, you know, there's nothing we can really do about that. Those just joined the stream, we're not into this trade. This is the trade idea. Make sure to hit that first link in the description and join the free signal and free telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Again, we're not looking at a bunch of charts today because a bunch of charts are just ranging, consolidating, or in the middle of reversals. GJ is another example, right? It attempted to continue the uptrend earlier this week after starting down here. And as you can see, it failed to hold 198.50 as support, but if it can continue to hold 197.55 as support, we can see buyers possibly come back up. But if it starts to break below these two levels, we will be just right back where we left off last week. All right, so we have a lot of consolidation and stuff. Looking to see if EU can break this level here. Those just joined the stream, we have not into this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. Make sure to go ahead and hit that first link in the description, join the free signal and free telegram. You see on the screen how we ended last month, the last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourself. Let me turn this volume down a little bit. That's a little bit better. All right, we're looking at possible EU sells. We're just waiting to see if we can hold 665 as resistance. Right, we broke through it the last 15, but as you can see, it didn't hold. We were just patiently waiting. We didn't pull the triple on that yet. Didn't take any trades yesterday. Didn't like what I was seeing. The price was consolidating or retracing for the most part. But we are 3-0 this week, right? Prior to yesterday, not taking any trades. Wednesday, we caught this nice DJ buy, 177 pips caught. I'm not 177, 77 pips caught. Excuse me. Then Tuesday, we took an EN buy. GP6 got hit, caught 64 pips. And then Monday, we caught the EU buy, 20 pips caught. So that's how we do so far this week. And a lot of charts are going as projected from the Sunday chart analysis, even though it is Friday. Still just check it out of curiosity, because again, I drop this at the beginning of every week. The Sunday chart analysis goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but it goes over what I see price doing throughout the entire week. So make sure to check that out. Last week we went 4-0 as well, so we're on a huge win streak. Literally, I gotta calculate. Okay, so we went 3-1 that week. The week prior to that was 3, 4. So we're like on a 10 trade win streak, something like that. I think we're on a 10 trade win streak. When you go to November 1st, you'll see what you see on your screen, how we ended last month with 15-1. It was a 94% win rate. Only took one loss last month trading, catching a total of 14,935 pips. And you can go to November 1st, you see that. You click right here, it'll take you to the beginning of the month. All wins and losses are posted. We got the day at the end of every day. Everything is dated, timed, and documented. When you scroll down to October 4th, you can see how we ended quarter 3. July went 16-5, August 13-1, September went 14-2, catching 35,486 for September, 27,727 in August, and 1,442 in July, ending the quarter 43-8, giving us an 84% win rate, catching a total of 64,655 pips. So we absolutely been killing it this year. Again, you click right here, it'll take you to the beginning of the quarter, where you can see how we ended quarter 2 as well, 44-11, 80% win rate. So you see we average a high 80, high 90% win rate, not just on a weekly basis, but monthly and quarterly basis as well. So again, hit that first link in the description and check all this stuff out. So EU is not meeting our confirmation, so we're simply just not going to pull the trigger on it yet. It's that simple. Confirmations are met, we simply just don't pull the trigger. I'm sure I like that live, y'all. We got a couple other charts we're looking at as well. Also looking at possible gold sales. We just got to either retest and retrace, or we continue to hold 2694 as resistance. We look for sales going back down to 2673, or we're gonna wait to see if I can break this level for sales. But we do got a couple subs we're looking at. Just waiting for volume to kick in and the confirmations to be met. So the reason why I didn't pull the trigger on this one is because it did retrace, but it didn't go and retest the level. So I decided just not to pull the trigger on it. Again, you always want to follow your rules. You always want to follow your rules. Yeah, I don't like how a lot of these charts have been looking the past couple of days. Again, we had a lot of consolidation and reversals take place. We go to EN, we can see the exact same thing as well. Right, when we zoom out, we can see that we started off the week all the way up here. We hit this resistance level, and then we had this huge reversal take place. So we see this with a lot of the charts right now, a bunch of reversals happening. Right. And then the indices we're just leaving alone because they did go as projected from this week's projections, but it's making new highs, right? So unless it retraces, there's nothing I could really consider taking a day trade on. You get what I'm saying? Right. We just had a lot of reversals take place. A lot of reversals take place. Potential new trends coming into play. Now, as far as news today, we only got Canadian news at 8:30. That's the only thing. Right, we was catching all these buys, but as you can see here, if you look at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and yesterday, and then last night, price just been hugging this level. So again, price can break back above 1640 and hold that support. We can look for buys going up to 1725. It's going to need to break this resistance level and hold it as support for the uptrend to continue to come into play, or come back into play, I should say. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. I'm looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. What's going on, Aldwin? Can we look at your thoughts on GJ again? Yeah, I got you. We can look at GJ. What's up? So with GJ, we are technically still bullish, right? We are technically still in an uptrend as long as we can continue to respect and hold 197.50 as support. Now, am I going to go for buys here? You can, but I much rather wait to see if price can hold 198.55 as support, because if you go for buys here, it's going to hit this resistance level. It's either going to reject again and the downtrend is going to come to play, or it's going to break back above and hold. And if it can break back and hold 198.55 support, we'll look to see the uptrend possibly come back into play, because this will bring us back into the resistance level where previous highs were at, right? Because again, if we just rewind and go back into the past, right, we caught this huge higher high after a month of consolidation. We broke that, caught that higher high, caught this next buy setup. Boom, we had this higher high hit this resistance level. Price failed to hold this level as support, rejected. This was looking like last week, right? And if you watch the Sunday chart analysis, you can literally hear me talk about, as well as in Monday's London session live, how we are still in an uptrend, but if we break and hold 196.25 as resistance, we see the downtrend come into play. But that obviously didn't happen, right? Because we go to Monday, Tuesday, price came back up to the support level, holding that support, where then we caught that nice buy setup. When we catch that buy Wednesday? Yeah, so then we caught that buy setup Wednesday. Once price held this level of support on Tuesday, broke above. After broke back above and held this level of support, we caught this nice buy. But then you can see here, going into Thursday, it ranged and consolidated. Then when it did retest this level, it failed to really respect the hold as support, which is why we didn't pull the trigger on GJ, right? Because if it was in yesterday's live stream, we'll talk about GJ buys, but again, the whole London session live, as well as the entire London session, price just ranged between these two levels. And you can see here, price treated this level from support. We zoom in. We can see it went from support. Okay, I was like, what happened to my screen? Went from support to resistance. Now, right, so that's why I'm not going to look for a buy here. I'm going to just break past to start to treat 197.40 resistance. We can see this reversal continue down to 196.25, 196.30. All right, so that's what's going on with GJ right now. We have a bunch of reversals taking place on a lot of charts right now. We got a bunch of reversals taking place on a lot of charts right now. Good morning, please. Can you explain why I'm looking for buy on GN who has same structure with gold? Are you saying GN and gold have the same structure? If that's what you're asking, clarify that for me so I can make sure I answer your question properly. All right, because this is what gold looks like, and this is what GN. So they do look similar, but the reason why they look similar isn't necessarily, once my computer loads, isn't necessarily because they move the same. There we go. It's looking similar, but it's not looking exactly the same, right? And again, all these charts are doing similar reactions or having similar reactions because, again, like you always hear me say, well, unless this is your first time in the live stream, but for those that have been watching for the past week or more, like you always hear me say, or if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, if you're not following me on Instagram and TikTok, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of my screen. And your screen, Instagram playmaker_weight, TikTok _playmaker_weight_. Right, but like you hear me say all the time, especially in those short videos, is that there is no coincidences in the markets, and price always repeats itself, and there's literal rules and script to the markets, right? So it's not just GN and gold having similar reactions. A lot of these charts are reversing and possibly causing new trends to start this month, right? Let me see what the other. And you said, why am I looking for buys on GN? I'm not looking for a buy unless it can break back above the whole 1640 as support. And the reason why I'm looking for possible buys instead of sells is because we are still in the uptrend. Right now, if we were to break below these levels and start to treat them as resistance, we can see the downtrend come into play. But we have not seen that happen yet. So that's why I have my trade idea up here and not my trade idea right here. So again, I'm not looking for a buy here. I'm looking for a buy if price can break back above and hold these levels as support, right? I'm not looking for a buy here necessarily. Okay. Hope that answered your question. You guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. Make sure to like the live, y'all. New 5 minutes just popped up. Again, this is another reason why it's important to understand how to read the charts, because there's not going to always be times where there's high volume, easy trades to take, or clean chart setups, clean trends, clean uptrends, clean downtrends. No problem. I am favored. No problem. So that's why it's important to really understand how to read the charts. That way, even when prices in kind of range or messy looking formations, you can still figure out and decipher what is the right move to go for, right? And since we're in reversal territory, make sure to watch this video I'm about to drop in the chat, how to identify reversals. Okay, I'm going to drop that in the chat for you right now. I also got a video dropping for you at the beginning of New York sessions. Finished editing now and scheduled to post beginning of New York session. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. I have your notices on, and make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed, y'all. We're the only ones really doing this. We not only live stream and live trade every day, but we give multiple accurate chart analysis and projections on a weekly and daily basis, y'all. Nobody else is doing it like this, y'all. And that's not even including the content I drop on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So if y'all are new or haven't, make sure to explore the playlist. There's 4 main playlists for y'all. Make sure to explore those. Check those out. Look at the titles. Guarantee there's a video or two, if not more, that's going to help y'all out. All right. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody that's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been live since y'all. Again, as far as news today, there's only Canadian news at 8:30 as far as high impact is concerned. And as we can see, prices are just kind of consolidating in range. And so we're going to see things pick up in the next hour or so, if not going into New York session, y'all. But again, we have a lot of reversals and adjustments taking place, but there still might be a setup to catch. So we're going to be looking to see if we can catch one more trade for the week, y'all. Again, make sure you have your noties on the bell on, because I got a video dropping for you in the week off, right? And yeah, we're about to see how today goes.